Hi, I'm Chris Thonis. I'm an account director in the Ogilvy Chicago office. I'm also part of the Ogilvy National Media Influence team. I've been in the industry for about 10 years now. It's one of those careers where over the course of time, you begin to see different patterns and then skill sets within the industry come through. I kind of like to think of it similarly to how Forrest Gump thinks about chocolate in life, which is you never know what you're going to get. Why do I say that? Well, it's because there's so many different flavors to industry skill sets. You've got your relationship builders, you've got your media pitchers, you've got your strategists, your writers. I can go on and on. There's a million different types of people that come through. My PR flavor, I'm a media relations guy to my core. It's something that I love doing, and there are three reasons really why. One, it's an amazing rush when you land an article. Two, it's a huge challenge. I mean, yes, there's a lot of challenges within this industry, but pitching somebody that you don't know is tough. And then three, good old three, is the fact that nobody in the industry, with the exception of a very small percentage of people, likes to do media relations. And you take a great pride in doing something that people truly hate doing. Two words: the phone. When you hear that word, you get a little bit uncomfortable, maybe cringe a little bit inside. I bet you're not alone, and I get it. It's unnerving to call somebody you don't know. It's also extremely difficult to sell somebody on a story that may or may not be great. The phone allows us to humanize ourselves. It allows us to humanize the story that we're telling. It allows us to humanize the brand that we're trying to get in the media. Well, it's a pretty good question. I think it's one that can be summed up by one debilitating emotion, which, as we all know, is the emotion of fear. Well, I think we all know that practice makes perfect. In this case, pitching makes perfect. It's something that you need to do time and time and time again until you get comfortable with it. And as much as you probably don't want to hear that, it's the truth. So step one, if you can't see this, there you go. Bury that pre-dial anxiety. What I mean by this is that it's really, really unnerving before the call to make a call. Pretend like it's not happening. Talk to your coworker as the phone is ringing. Make a game out of it. It's one of the best things you can learn to do. Number two, calm the pickup panic. You need to just calm it down. Breathe. Best thing you can do there is breathe. And then, yes, say hello. These are real people. They're not robots and they're not monsters. They want to at least interact with you, not get shouted at. On that same level, remember to pause. It is increasingly difficult to stop yourself from talking if you're nervous, especially if you have no idea who the reporter is and you don't know what you're really talking about. I used to do that when I was young. I don't do it anymore. It takes a lot of practice. It's understanding the pitch. It's also understanding the reporter that you're going to. Which brings me to step 5, which is talk slowly and talk clearly. If you don't talk clearly and if you don't talk slowly, then people will not understand you. And it's a very bad thing when you're pitching news over the phone. Step 6, be charming. Not so easy, I get it. Charming is also something that is learned. It's also sometimes not an innate characteristic, so it's not like I'm going to tell you just go find a way to be charming. Use your best traits. Do things that you would with your friends. That's the best way to be charming. One way is, as I put in step 7, make fun of yourself. I do it all the time, mainly because I am a very corny person, I guess, if you can't tell via this video, but also because I like to make them laugh and I like to make myself laugh, which actually brings me to step 8, which is laugh. One of the best things you can do is make somebody laugh, especially somebody you don't know. There's a connection that gets built when you make somebody laugh. So if you're good at joking around, do it. If not, well, figure out a different way to approach it. But the key here is, again, is connection. Step 9, rebuttal. This is a little bit different from the others, obviously. By rebuttaling, what I mean, this is a very sales-heavy term, is that when somebody says no, ask them why. It doesn't need to be, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'll see you later, click. Make sure you understand why they're saying no, because more often than not, you may have either one, misread what they cover, or two, they misread what you're trying to pitch. It's something that if you understand exactly what they're working on or where they're coming from, you're going to have a much better time either pitching them the story, rejiggering it to make sense for them, or just coming back to them next time with a better story. Step 10, promise to follow up. A lot of you probably do this anyways, but there are people who promise to follow up, and there are people who promise to follow up by making the reporter say it's okay to follow up. So that's it. Hope you appreciated it. Good luck to all of you, and hope your pitching becomes great again.